What you're about to watch has never appeared on Netflix. Not even in its darkest vault. 20 shocking secrets the production cut, buried, or outright banned on the set of Stranger Things, hidden truths no fan was meant to discover. Bloody scenes, erased deaths, jaw-dropping additions, and the ending the Duffer Brothers finally revealed in 2025, long after the world thought it knew everything. And trust me, secret number 1 flips everything you think you know upside down. Literally. Before we step into the maze, make sure to subscribe because where we're heading you'll want someone watching your back. Because after this video you might need someone to guide you through the upside down. And trust me, it's closer than you think. Let's begin. Secret number 20. Will Byers was supposed to die in season 1? In the original script, Will was never meant to return from the upside down. His disappearance was supposed to be final. His body would have been found in episode 8, ending the search once and for all with a brutal, shocking twist. The idea was to paint Hawkins as a town where kids were never safe, where danger lurked far too close to home. But just days before filming the finale, the creators had a sudden change of heart. They realized that the hope of finding Will alive carried far more emotional power than a bleak tragedy. And the craziest part? In the original script, someone else was set to become the true main character of the entire story. Secret number 19. The plan to kill Steve Harrington. In the earliest draft, Steve was killed in episode 8, torn apart by the Demogorgon to force Nancy's character arc forward. Joe Keery auditioned as the perfect 80s bully, and he nailed it a little too well. Audiences loved him by episode 3, way more than the writers ever expected. Result? The Duffers threw out his death scene and saved him at the very last second. From expendable, to the world's favorite monster-slaying babysitter. Secret number 18, the alternate season 1 ending, 11's farewell. In the original ending, 11 completely disintegrated after closing the gate. Her sacrifice in destroying the Demogorgon was written to be final. No return, no second chance. No lights. No egos. No return. Millie had already filmed the definitive farewell scene, raw, emotional, heartbreaking. During test screenings, kids in the audience cried so hard that the Duffers were forced to rewrite everything within 48 hours. And that's how the box of frozen waffles left in the woods by Hopper was born, turning a death into a mystery. That single change didn't just save 11, it created the myth, the heartbeat, and the foundation for every season that followed. Secret number 17, the true inspiration behind the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer isn't just fantasy. Its design was inspired by ancient Norse legends of mind-controlling creatures. Some historical documents show these stories were used as metaphors for mind control experiments. The Duffers drew from these nearly secret sources to create the being of the Upside Down. No fan could have imagined the link to ancient rites and historical texts lurking behind the creature. The Mind Flayer thus becomes not just a monster, but an icon of ancient, tangible fear. Secret number 16, Chrissy's death was even more brutal. Chrissy's death scene is already one of the most shocking in the series, but it was nothing compared to the original version. The Duffers had written a longer mental ritual with bones breaking slowly and extreme gore details. Netflix ordered everything cut, too disturbing for general audiences. Some discarded frames, however, leaked online, and they are even more unsettling than the aired version. The original idea? To make Chrissy Vecna's first conscious victim. Secret number 15, the eliminated scene of the newborn Demogorgon. There was a shot where Nancy, alone at night, discovers a tiny newborn Demogorgon crawling out of a pulsating egg. The creature licked her hand before attacking. The design was so disturbing that the makeup artists themselves requested it not be shown to the public. The Duffers cut it the day of editing and destroyed nearly all the footage. Only one leaked photo remains from the set. Secret number 14, the episode, The Lost Sister, was almost cancelled. The episode with Callie 8 is one of the most debated. During editing, Netflix called it too different, too risky, and asked the Duffers to cut it. The Duffers fought for days to save it, convinced it showed the real trauma of the experiments. The episode stayed. Without it, 11's origin of power would have remained incomplete. Secret number 13, the Duffer Brothers were rejected 20 times. Before becoming the global phenomenon we know, Stranger Things was rejected by nearly every major studio. HBO, too strange. Showtime, not marketable. Some executives literally said, nobody wants to see kids in danger. The Duffers were moments from quitting and returning to commercial work. Netflix was the last door, and said yes in 24 hours. Secret number 12, the craziest audition ever. Dacre, Montgomery, Indiana, a G-string. For the role of Billy, Dacre showed up shirtless, wearing only a tiny red G-string and cowboy boots, dancing to Sweet Child O' Mine for 3 full minutes. The Duffers were stunned. A producer said, "He's either a genius or insane." They chose genius. That video still exists, and Netflix keeps it under lock and key.
Secret number 11, Millie Bobby Brown's first kiss.
Millie Bobby Brown's first on-screen kiss with Finn Wolfhard was far from simple. During the dance shoot, over 250 people were watching, including crew and directors. Millie said, "I was terrified, shaking like a leaf. They had to shoot 19 takes because she kept laughing or closing her eyes."
This moment stayed in the series, but almost no one knows the behind-the-scenes story. A testament to the young actress's extreme professionalism.
Secret number 10, Hopper's secret diary. Before the character died or was captured, Hopper had a diary with secret information about the lab. Pages revealed experiments, portals, and even maps of the Upside Down. The directors decided never to show it fully to protect mysteries too vast. Some fans glimpsed pages in the background, but no one ever knew the full content. This secret diary ties Hopper to conspiracies and experiments that go far beyond Hawkins. Secret number 9, the on-set accident that almost involved 4 actors. Season 2, storm scene outside the school. A production jeep lost control on ice, sliding at 37 miles per hour toward Caleb, Gatton, Finn, and Noah. The driver swerved at the last second. The jeep passed less than a meter from the kids. Cameras captured it all. Netflix banned the footage from airing. The kids still say it was the scariest moment of all seasons. Secret number 8, Vecna's special effects were real. The scene of Vecna's brain exploding wasn't just CGI. Real guts and gelatin were used to make the effect as realistic as possible. When crushed, the goo was real, disgusting, and incredibly believable. The result was horrifying. Some cast members had to look away. Netflix only approved the final cut, but behind the scenes it was truly shocking. This is one of the most forbidden and macabre secrets of the production. Secret number 7, Vecna's ghost actor. 4 scenes showing Vecna fully, Jamie Campbell Bower alone wasn't enough. They used an actor over 2 meters tall on stilts to create eerie, surreal proportions. The combination of the 2 performances made Vecna even scarier. No viewer notices the double actor behind the scenes. This trick remains one of the best-kept secrets of the behind the scenes. And it adds to that supernatural aura we all sense but never see. Secret number 6, Vecna is inspired by Freddy Krueger and Pinhead. Vecna's design didn't come from nowhere. The Duffers drew inspiration from the great 80s horror villains. From Freddy Krueger he took the essence. A killer who murders in the minds of his victims, exploiting their deepest traumas. From Pinhead of Hellraiser he stole the aesthetic. A tormented, damaged body where physical pain becomes armor, with an aura of sad, otherworldly intelligence. Vecna thus became a mix of classic and modern terror. This secret shows how deeply the series' horror roots are in real film history. Secret number 5, Nicola Coughlan almost cast as Robin. Before Maya Hawke got the role, Nicola Coughlan from Bridgerton was one step away from being Robin. Coughlan delivered an exceptional audition, capturing the character's intellectual brilliance and vulnerability. In the end, the role went to Hawke due to timing and chemistry with Joe Keery, Steve, already on set. If she had been Robin, the dynamic with Steve and Dustin would have been completely different. One small no changed the course of the series. Secret number 4, the Steve-Dustin bromance that was born by chance. The iconic friendship between Steve and Dustin wasn't scripted. During filming, the 2 actors started improvising jokes and comedic moments together. The directors let them do it, and the result became a highlight of the series. This choice not only created iconic moments but saved Steve from returning as a shallow antagonist. It also added levity to otherwise dark scenes. Secret number 3, the skyrocketing salaries. Between season 1 and season 3, the child actors' pay skyrocketed from tens of thousands to over $200,000 per episode. Winona Ryder and David Harbour earned even more, between $300,000 and $350,000 per episode. A massive increase, reflecting the incredible success of the series. Behind the scenes, these figures created tension and debates among the production team. But Netflix decided to keep everyone satisfied to preserve the cast's perfect chemistry. A forbidden secret that few viewers know. Secret number 2, the symbolic scrunchie. The Scrunchie Max Gives 11 isn't just a simple 80s accessory. It was specially created by the costume department to represent friendship, trust, and emotional bonds. Every scene it appears in carries a hidden emotional subtext for the viewers. The actors emphasized it, requesting it remain visible on set at all times. A small detail that becomes huge in meaning, especially in key scenes. Secret number 1, who really controls the Upside Down? In 2025, the Duffer Brothers finally revealed who is truly behind the Upside Down. The Mind Flayer isn't the creator but the most powerful and conscious life form emerging from that dimension. Vecna is a powerful tool, not the origin. There is a mind behind the alternate dimensions. This confirmation ties together all past mysteries, from portals to 11's powers. Production documents show that the Season 5 finale will be linked to this hidden figure. After this revelation, nothing will be the same for Hawkins or the fans. Every detail, every choice on set, every symbol carries a world of dark stories and hidden truths. If you thought you knew Hawkins, now you know there's much more behind the closed doors of the lab and the Upside Down. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, leave a like, and hit the bell. In upcoming videos we'll reveal even more forbidden secrets and behind-the-scenes content that will forever change how you watch Stranger Things. And now, stay with us for the next video where the mysteries grow even darker.